This is Sims, and we are back with more Norn9, and we're in Sequoia's route, of course, because that's where we were the last time, and nothing has changed. Anyway, yeah, last time we were investigating this magical forest that we've never seen before, and shit happened. Who knows what happened? Well, the tree almost fell on us and killed us. Something? Explosion? Gunshot? Who knows? Ron? Yeah. So anyway, that's where we are. We'll find out. Ooh, I just rolled over my thing. Sorry. We'll find out what's happening. Now. Whoa! What the heck was that noise? Are we getting attacked again? I don't know. I think it came from this floor. Oh, that's good. I don't know if I can't in his voice because his voice is too deep for me to like moan in. But anyway, also my throat is a little like dry right now. Should not have had peanut butter before I did this. Peanut butter like dries it's so good, but you're like anyway. Sequoia. Hey, call the Hyokos. Also tell the girls not to come up here. It's too dangerous. I'm here. Doesn't count. I'm not a girl. Anyway. Right. Spacey, are you hurt? If you can't walk, say so. I'll lend you a shoulder. What did we do to Sequoia? Oh no, is he dead? Like, oh. The future is comprised of many gears, all turning in unison. And the gears are all sorts of sizes. Sometimes when enough of the little gears get together, they can make a really big gear turn. And the candies are a tiny gear. The future Sequoia changed. To do that, we came up here, and now he is... This is my fault. Mine for being with him. I have to put more distance between us. Spacey, where are you going? No, you mustn't go off on your own. Spacey. Oh, don't leave him. He just got hurt. Poor thing. You know what? He's probably the asshole that's going to lock us in a cage. I really would put that on Ron. But also, you know, it's like, oh, he seems so... Oh, don't leave the poor little angel. It's like, I'm not really nice. I don't know. You seem like it to me, though. Totally fooled. Anyway. Wow. And those barriers are a really neat power. Are all the adults complimenting you, Spacey? Grandfather told me that the gods themselves are lending this power to me, so I have to use it responsibly. Right now, using it even a little makes me really tired, but I'm going to train and get better at it. I want to protect all kinds of things. Wow, Spacey, you seem like a different person now. Why? Well, everybody is calling you the Guardian. I guess I should start calling you that too. Don't you dare! I'm still me, you know. I'm going to train until I get really super good at using my powers. Then I'm going to protect you from everything, even from getting sick again. Oh. Okay. Thank you. I don't really know how they would have sounded as kids, but good enough. Whenever it counts, I am useless. Now I'm even dragging Sequoia into all this mess. Me protect Sequoia? Ha! That's all just plain boasting without any truth to it. I cannot protect him. I cannot do anything. The moment I was given my powers, my very first thought was that I wanted to protect Sequoia. I was convinced that I was the only one who could keep poor, frail, sickly Sequoia safe. That is why I trained as hard as I did. I've grown strong enough that I can hold barriers for much longer than I used to. I mean, you just never let that one go, Jesus. But that has not done anything. The future Sequoia saw has not been altered. What's the future he saw? I promise I will never, ever fall in love with anyone. So don't worry, okay? Don't cry, Spacey. If I don't love anybody, then I won't have to die. I'll be able to stay with you forever. So if he falls in love, he dies? That's sad. But Okay, that's kind of a lie right there, though. Like, I'll never fall in love with anyone. But you were probably, as a child even, and now in love with Makoto. Well, I'm Spacey. Um, so, like, that's why the future isn't going to change. Like, you can't help when you fall in love. Anyway. Is this what he saw? Is is it my fault that he... No! I felt something strike me in the head. Who... Staggering, I tried to turn around and see who had done it, but my body would not respond. Shoes. Men's shoes. My head hurt. It hurt so badly I could hardly think straight. Okay. All right. This better be Ron, because we already just don't like him. It cannot be Natsuhiko, because I want to like him, but you can't just go smacking girls upside the head and kidnapping them. That is when I lost consciousness. Although, to be fair, in his defense, I don't know why I would be defending him. We have barrier powers, and knocking us out might actually get the barriers down. So yeah, you should try to take me out. It makes sense. Oh, look what's happening. I felt something on top of me. It was warm and soft. I was trying to think of what it could be when I realized I must be coming to. Where am I? Darkness. It was so dark, in fact, that I honestly could not tell if my eyes were open or closed. Even in the middle of the night with the blinds pulled, a room would never be this dark. Where am I? What happened? Suddenly, I realized that both my arms and legs were bound. I couldn't move. Okay, we've been kidnapped. Somewhere in the distance, I could hear the sound of dripping water, but that was it. I could not hear or sense anything else nearby. Pain lanced through the back of my head, but my hands were bound. I could not reach out to catch myself, so I simply fell to the ground. The pain helped jog my memory. I remember someone snuck up behind me and hit me over the head. Then, Sequoia, the tree that fell for no apparent reason. I felt confident that it had been an attempt by the traitor to kill me. But Sequoia had jumped in the way, taking the blow for me and getting hurt in the process. Then, I ran. I ran from the truth that being with me had led to Sequoia's injuries, and from the fear that even more people might be hurt if I stayed near. Sequoia, crying saved no one. Those are my grandfather's words. Sometimes they save you. Gotta let it out sometimes, girl. Just gotta let it out. And that was a lesson I thought I had learned a long time ago, but perhaps it had been knocked out of my head with that blow. Tears started to flow freely down my cheeks. You've been holding all the pain inside for a long time. It's about time you cried. She's gonna lose it. I have to stop crying. It is a waste of energy. Energy I need to use to escape from this place. It must have been the traitor who attacked me. If I stay here any longer, I could be killed. Calm down. Think. Come up with some rational plan of escape. Besides, now that the traitor has made a move towards me, this might be my best chance to find some clues as to their identity. Sequoia, he will be all right. The others will come to help him. They were already there, so yeah. The sight of beautiful silvery white becoming stained by dark red flashed through the darkness. Sequoia! But what if Sequoia had been killed? Then what would be the point of escaping this place? What am I thinking? Of course there is a point. I must protect everyone and go see the world. No matter what happens, that is still the purpose of this journey. It will not change. What's wrong with me? How could I think there would be no reason to protect anyone but him? I have the power to protect everyone. Not using it would be a grave sin. My head firmly re-exerted control over my heart. It was my duty to protect everyone. That was the creed I had lived my life by. But what about now? I was saved by the one I should have been saving, and he wound up injured for it, perhaps gravely. Not only that, I had run away. Am I truly worthy of wielding this power? I must find some way to escape this place, or I will not be around to protect everyone. But I cannot move, and all I can think about is Sequoia. I hoped he was all right. I prayed he was. If someone told me that, in exchange for my life, he would be kept safe forever, I would pounce on that bargain with arms spread wide. I had followed my beliefs faithfully since I was a child, but now the figure of my childhood friend was looming even larger than my creed. Was childhood friend even the right term to express the way I felt about him? Sniffle sob. Ooh, hold on. Hold! Pause for a moment. Sorry. There's an ant climbing on my fucking wall. The fuck did you get in here? Big ass carpenter ant. That's scary. I don't want ants in my apartment. Honestly, probably got in through my fucking screen door. Fucking thing is like. Anyway. Sorry. I needed to get up and get like a tissue to smush him. There wasn't anything nearby, otherwise I totally would have freaking managed that without saying anything. But can't. Anyway, okay. Trapped, bound, and with no way to do what my beliefs told me to, I hunched over and cried. My only course of action was to lie there in the dark, regretting how I couldn't protect him. I can't read. Regretting how I ran away from him. Spacey. I was like, no, what are you doing here? You can't do this to me. You're not the traitor. We know this. Anyway, I am so sorry I couldn't come to help you any sooner. Are you hurt? Sakuya. Oh, God. You've been tied up, you poor thing. Here, let me get those off you. I thought that if I could have avoided an argument there, I would have been able to save you. I never expected this to happen. I made the wrong decision. I'm sorry. You saw the future. Yes, I saw it once more after you ran. I could see you all alone in a dark place, crying. I'm so sorry. This is my fault. I knew it. Sakuya did what he did because he was trying to change the future. The sugar candies, the fallen tree. Sakuya had gotten hurt trying to save me. I wondered if he had seen a different future than the one that was transpiring now. One where, maybe, I had died. Sakuya did this, all of this, out of an attempt to save my life. Why would you go through all that just to save someone like me? You had better not mean that in a derogatory way. You're a very important person to me. As long as you're safe, I don't care what else happens. Oh. He's not the canon route either. Like, he's so precious. I think the same. As long as Sakuya is okay, then I do not care about the rest. So Sakuya and I share the same feelings. Is this within the bounds of being friends? Oh, girl, no. Sakuya, are you okay? What about your injuries? I'm fine. They were nothing much. He's like, you were fucking tied up! And you're like, are you cool? Are you alright? I mean, of course we're worried about him. He got bashed in the head with a tree. Yes, they were. I saw you bleeding. No, they weren't. Don't you worry about me. Come, can you stand up? Sakuya... His complexion looked even paler than it usually was, and he even seemed pinched around the eyes. He must be downplaying how hurt he was just so that I would not worry for him. What should I do? Bluff and allay his fears. Express your true feelings! Oh! Oh. Otherwise we wouldn't get this precious CG. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I ran. I am sorry that you got hurt because of me. There's no way that any of that was your fault. It was the traitor who did it. You weren't sounding like yourself at all. Usually this would be the part where you declare that you're going to capture that traitor who subjected you to this humiliation. I was scared. So scared that you might have died. Spacey. Please, Sakuya, you must live. You cannot die and leave me behind. Yo, Miss Saku. Are you two okay? Itsuki. Come on, Spacey. Let's go. Everyone has been looking for you. All right. God damn it, Itsuki, you ruined our moment! Sakuya held me close, and the two of us walked back to my room. I had just escaped from a life-threatening disaster, but that was the last thing on my mind. My feelings for Sequoia. I could not put a lid on them anymore. Yet I still had my duty to perform. We were still on a journey to meet the world. I felt like I had just tripped over a giant stumbling block. So, can I ask you to tell us just what in the world happened up there? We were exploring the ship, searching for clues about the traitor like we had been before. We searched the roof first, then moved down to the third floor. We were talking when a tree suddenly fell toward us. We'd seen nothing out of the ordinary up until that point. Yikes! That would sure freak me out, too. I go up to the third floor a lot, but I've never seen anything like that happen. I like to think I've been doing a good job of maintaining the ship's plant life, too. I didn't expect anyone to try that clever little trick. Trick? Frickin' tree fell down out of the blue! How can anyone pull off a trick like that? That was the worst. That was really bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't know, to be honest, but I did see burn marks on the stump. It might have been some kind of device that used fire. Koharu, how dare you! The fire. Fire? Can't do her voice right now anyway. Right. Moving on. Spacey, after the tree fell and Sequoia got hurt, you took off by yourself and were attacked, right? Tell us what happened. I was in a state of confusion. Before I knew where I was going, I was on the first floor. I was not paying attention to my surroundings. Someone hit me from behind and knocked me unconscious. When I came to, I was alone in a dark, cold place. Did you notice anything at all about who hit you? A voice? A sound? Did you see any part of his or her body? I think I saw something, but I cannot recall what it was. Men's shoes. Was it a guy who did it? Maybe someone here? I know I saw something, but I'm having trouble remembering what it was. I cannot say. My memory is failing me. I apologize for not being much help. That's enough questions. She needs to rest now. You didn't wipe my memory, Nanami, did you? Girl, did you do it for Ron? You know, because he blackmailed her in the other path, you know? Is she gonna go bad when she's in Ron's path? Like, I'll do whatever you say, Ron. I love you so much. No, please. Her love is gonna turn it like, I was gonna be evil, but now I'm so good just for you, Nanami. I mean, Spacey! Spacey has a magical power to turn any man magical. Wait, that didn't make any sense. You know what I meant. All the bad guys turn good. Our milkshake turns all the bad guys good, is what I'm saying. Okay. We're so great. I think so too. Trying to remember something that was scary and awful is a really painful thing to do. Yeah, but if she doesn't, we won't have any clues to help us catch the guy who did it and prevent anything like this from happening to anyone else. True, but she is the victim. Forcing anything out of her before she's ready isn't right. Easy, Nanami. Whoa, you don't have to get mad. Oh, God, she was supposed to be mad? She sounded so calm. I'm not mad. Anyway, I don't think this was a random attack. Whoever it was had a reason to do it. Only one that I can think of, really. Is it because of her powers? The ship has been attacked twice. We're still airborne only because of her barriers. Without them, we'd have taken those hits directly. That is right. I cannot protect everyone if I'm dead. I mean, Ron's doing a really shitty job at killing everyone, but it was wrong of me to think about trading my own life for Sequoia's safety. Very wrong. The lives of everyone on the ship depend on me, on my powers. This almost would have been better, but worse at the same time, if, like, Ron really was going around offing people. Like, and you were like, oh my God, Senri's dead! And, like, you know, you're like, oh no, don't kill my boyfriend! Like, you know the person's path you're in isn't gonna die, but you'd be like, oh, you killed Itsuki? Why? Like, you monster! But then there is no way when you go down Ron's path you could ever not be like, fuck this guy. No. You know what I mean? And the whole point is, like, even though you're like, fuck this guy, you know damn well they're going to try. You go down his path and be like, okay, maybe he's not so bad. Okay. I don't know. He just looks like a douchebag. So unless he, like, fixes the bowl cut hairdo and, like, gets rid of the sunglasses and is, like, gorgeous, I mean, I'm probably going to be like, nah, fuck this guy. But look, I can handle the douchey open shirt thing. I'm like, okay, I can handle that much douchebaggery. I can handle that. But like the giant sunglasses and then like the bowl cut kind of hair, can't handle that. No, you need better hair, buddy. Like, I don't understand that. Don't. Why is that a thing? That hairstyle? No. Just no. No. Anyway. If the traitor truly is after my life, that is perfect. I will simply put a barrier around myself. Isn't that going to be hard? You're already almost totally tapped out just trying to protect this ship. Putting up a single person-sized barrier is easily doable. So you intend to split off from your partner and operate alone now? Well, he looks sad. Okay, he doesn't actually have a bowl cut. Okay, it's just, I imagine, you know what it is? Because there's something about it that gives me that impression, and like anyone else, that hair might not be bad, but on him, it makes me angry. It makes me think of a bowl cut. Because when he's not on screen, that's what I picture, right? Were you not, when I said that, were you like, that's not what his hair looks like? Or you were like, yeah, I think you're right. See? Nobody knows, because he's never around. I'm just making sure I make it clear that I think Ron's a douchebag. So when we go down his path and I'm like, oh my god, I changed my mind, I look like an asshole. It's going to be really hard. But anyway. Yawn. Because he's being a douche. Ron, this is decidedly not the time to be yawning. Sorry. It's just I don't got anything to add and all. Yeah, but you don't have to be so obviously dismissive of it. We're giving some serious thought to how to stop the traitor right now. If you think of something or notice something, be proactive for once and tell us, okay? Don't waste your energy, Toya. You ain't gonna get anything out of him. Doesn't anyone think he's the most suspicious, though? Like, I mean, we know it's him, but, like, also, he's never in it. Everyone else has conversations, and Ron just, it's like they put him in, and you're like, oh, right, Ron exists. Right? Like, oh, right, that guy. Right, there's a guy named Ron here. First of all, Ron. The hell. Also, I mean, they should have just named him fucking Chad, okay? Chad over here. Right? Like, he's never around, and he's always like, whatever, acting like a douche. Nobody is like, it's that guy. Like, when you found out it was Kakeru's dad, and he was, like, mind-controlled, you're like, oh my god, whoa. Because, you know, he's been the one that's, like, trying to help, trying to be a leader, doing all this stuff, and, like, whatever. He's actually trying to be more of a leader than Masamune is, and Masamune should be the leader you got. He's the one that looks like, he's the one that has, like, everything about him is like, he's our leader, he's our dad. But Kakeru's over there being, like, Uncle Dad, trying to, like, step in and handle shit, right? And he's, like, passive dad over here, like, oh, yeah, sure. Put your beer down, Dad, and fucking parent us, okay? Is all I'm saying. So, like, when the whole thing happened with Kakeru, you're like, oh, no, we trusted you. Yeah. But, like, Ron, you're like, yeah, nobody trusted you. Oh, you're here too. Oh, you're that guy that never shows up. Oh, yeah, we should have known. Like, no one trusts him. So, like, it should be obvious to everyone on the ship that he's the douchebag, because, hello? He's practically got a neon sign. The legit only thing he's missing is actually the bowl cut and his name being Chad. Anyway. Yep, not likely. I mean, it's not like there's anything I want to know, or anything I don't know that I should. Oh, hang on. So I can say anything I noticed, right? Yeah, of course. How did you know where that black-haired chick was? Yeah, well, that's it, Ron, deflecting onto Sakuya. That doesn't make you look guilty. We already know, but everything he does is suspicious. I was curious about that myself. Sakuya, your mind should have been really fuzzy after the big blow, but your actions were decisive. Hey. Simmer the fuck down. Don't you dare. You like to mess with people and you're a little sadistic. Don't you say anything about the precious little angel over here. Sakuya is a precious angel. Like, he needs to be protected. He's a precious, sweet, innocent angel baby. Like, really. He's in the middle of the pack for me, but he's still like, we still need to protect him, okay? Just hold him carefully. Anyway. And that makes me wonder, did you know ahead of time where they took your childhood friend? Sakuya was able to find me before anyone else, and I could guess the reason why. It was because... Wait, Sakuya does not have to say anything. He is completely unconnected with the traitor. You can't know that for sure, and there's the possibility that he's an accomplice to the one who attacked you. That would be a shock. A shock, I say! Of course, if the reason has something to do with his powers, then I won't ask anything further. In other words, to prove Sakuya's innocence, he must reveal his powers. Like Kakeru right there. I mean, it has something to do with his power. You know what? I'm gonna guess he's plus, here's the thing. Keep his power a secret. Doesn't he do, like, divination shit for people? It's like, we knew in, I think when we were in Koharu or Nanami's, or one of them, he made a comment, oh, well, whoops, and we were like, even Sarada was like, whatever, your divination bullshit, I don't believe in that shit. So wouldn't anybody in their right fucking mind, wow, these guys, they are dumb. Wouldn't they in their end be like, oh, he's always doing divination shit. You think maybe he's actually psychic? Maybe he's actually psychic. You know what, we're good. I mean, it's not like his powers are super secret like Koharu, like, I light shit on fire. I mean, if she was out there like, look, I can do magic tricks and I can always predict what cards you have, people wouldn't be like, she can light shit on fire. They'd be like, maybe she's like psychic. You know what I mean? Like, he's always doing, and okay, he does divination shit and they're like, he's always wrong. But shouldn't they be like, wow, your power sucks? Like, I mean, you're psychic, but you're bad at it. That's really weird, you know? I don't know why, like, I mean, there could be more to his powers, but I'm just saying, like, I would just think people would be able to put, like, 2 and 2 together and get 4 and not, you know, be completely confused by how baffling 2 plus 2 is. Like, I don't know how to do this! It's like trigonometry! You know, I mean, anyway. What can I do that is best for him? Reveal his powers. No, keep his powers secret. Sakuya, you do not need to say a word. But... what are you thinking, Kakeru? Sakuya was hurt, but despite his injuries, he still did everything he could to search for me. If you insist on treating him like a common criminal after that, I will make you regret it. He's like, oh, I know, right? Spacey. Oh, will you now? You got me curious. Just how are you gonna make me regret it? Such a sadistic fuck. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with Kakeru. Like, you want to love him. You're like, you're such a sadistic asshole. I'm like, yeah. And then you're like, I want to fucking slap the smug look off your face, though. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about it. He's in the middle of the pack, too. I don't know how I feel about him. Like, some days I hate him, and some days I like him, and I don't know. Not with Koharu. That is creepy to me. But, like, as a character in general... kind of like him, but I kind of don't. I'm really... he confuses me. He confuses me. Anyway. Enough, you two! If he is not completely emotionless, then he is functionally so. If he is not completely emotionless, then he's functionally okay. He only ever thinks of things in logical terms of positives and negatives. But just because something is logical, it does not mean it is correct. He belittles the bonds of human emotion, and I cannot tolerate that. It's kind of funny. Coming from her, because she seems more like the robot girl, but... So either way, what's the story? Is it because he used his power somehow? Or did he find out where she was some other way? Nobody needs details. Just tell us if it involved your powers or not. If you're truly innocent, saying so seems like the best idea. Thank you, Spacey. I'm happy to know that you care enough to try to cover for me. But trying to keep my powers under wraps any longer will just disadvantage me further. But... God, what's everybody getting so serious for? And the answer's obvious. It was the power of love. Love? It's a bond that's only formed between two people who are truly smitten for each other, though. When did you two get that close? Itsuki, if you utter another word of that nonsense, I will have you thrown off this ship. Huh. Why? Did I say something wrong? No, you didn't. He does love us, I mean, and I'm pretty sure we love him. There! See? I thought so. Wait a moment. Sakuya, quit playing along with Itsuki's tasteless jokes. L- love, that's preposterous. Look, she's blushing. That's what she's like. That's preposterous. I love it. It's cute. It's not a joke. My feelings for you are what led me to where you were hidden. Well, I never said I needed a completely clear picture of exactly what happened. Prying into others' powers is a no-no, too. No, that's all right. I will tell you what they are. If I don't, I fear that Spacey may force me to split up from her. My power is... Sequoia! It's fine. My power is to see the future. The future? I only see vague fragments of like, again, everyone's like, what? Oh, so the divination shit you do is again. Duh. Anyway, I only see vague fragments of things. I also can't decide what to see or when I want to see it. It's a very unreliable power. Again, and kind of useless for the scheme of the world. Like, right? Like, I'm not necessarily sure how they were planning to use. I can't remember how they were going to use it, but anyway. Man, I don't know if that power is really useful or a serious pain in the butt. I mean, you only have half a power, Akito. You poor thing. Nor do I. It's too much for me, to be frank. You can't see what you want when you want, right? So, how did you know where she was? It didn't just happen to hit you right then, right? I was curious about that, too. Sequoia's powers were uncontrollable. No matter how hard he concentrated, he could not make himself see anything. After all, he has only ever seen that future the one time, years ago. I'm afraid I can't tell you. Itsuki had a better explanation than I can think of, really. It may actually have been the power of love. Sequoia! In that case, why don't you do us all a favor and use that power of love or whatever to see how this journey ends up for all of us? I knew it. As soon as anybody found out what his powers were, I just knew somebody would ask that. Sequoia does not like looking into the future. I have a feeling he could control his power, except for the fact that the first time he saw something, he saw his own death, and then he was like, I'm not doing that anymore. He probably could control it if he tried, but he's more like, blocking myself. I mean, like, how depressing would that be? You could see the future and you see your death, and then you're like, you know what, I don't want to see the future. And then one day you're like, let me try to see the future. Nope, still gonna die horribly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, oh, my death is getting closer. It'd be depressing. Like, you know right now, your death is getting closer every second that ticks by. Because it is inevitable. You will die at some point. It could be 3 days from now. It could be 30 years from now. It could be 100 years from now because medical science, or you end up in a robot body and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but seeing your exact death, you'd be like, I don't know if there's a part, you know, where you're like, yeah, that'd be nice. So I know, do I have 5 years? Do I have 50? Like, what's going on? Like, do I got to like cram all the shit I want to do in the next week? Like, what do I do? But at the same time, if you were like, oh, I got like 20 years, cool. 20 years is really not a long time, depending how old you are. But like, if you knew, like, oh yeah, I'm going to die when I'm 80. Okay. But then all of a sudden, at some point, you're like, fuck. That's only like 2 years away. Shit, what have I done with my life? Like, or like, what if you saw into the future and your death was like 2 years from now? How depressing, but you'd be like, how am I going to manage everything I want to do in 2 years? You know, you're better off not knowing. You know what I mean? Just like live every day like it's your last. It's really hard to fucking do, though. It's really hard to fucking do. Like, unless you're like a millionaire, then you could literally just enjoy your life every fucking day. But most of us aren't, and shit sucks. So, yeah, but would you really want to know? Like right now, your whole thing is like, I have X amount of decades and stretched out in front of me, and cool, I have plenty of time to get my shit together and all the things that I want to do in life. And then if you knew that, like, well, no, actually, you have like 3 days, you'd be like, fuck. It would just ruin those next 3 days, you know? That's all I'm saying. Anyway. So none of you think to ask him to do so for petty things like personal curiosity. Jeez, could you just shut up? I don't remember asking you to do it. You just want to punch him. What did you just say? Even though I don't choose to see the future, There are times when I catch glimpses. However, be it good or bad, I have sworn to myself that I will never tell anyone what I have seen. Accordingly, as she said, I will not look into the future, even should any of you ask. Well, okay then. Guys, isn't it about time we called it a day? We're really starting to push it. Hey, she's like, man, we've been here for 5 minutes. I need a nap. What is the matter, you two? I'm going to my room. Hey, could you wait a minute on that? We still haven't heard how Sakuya managed to find... Smack! You know. But I guess you do have a point. That's all for today, folks. Oh, man. He is so fucking whipped by Koharu, which is just weird, because she's the kind of girl you could easily get into a cage. You want a treat? In the cage. There you go. You wouldn't have to knock her out or anything. Going that far would make certain that no one doubted Sakuya in the future. But are you sure you didn't go overboard there? Nah, with this group, you gotta make sure they're able to get everything out of their systems. Otherwise, they get unhappy fast. So you were being a douche on purpose? This is why sometimes you're like, God damn, you piss me off. Oh, but you're doing it on purpose to protect people. See, and I kind of like you. And then you just make me angry. I just don't know how I feel. I do feel bad about it, though, Sakuya. Sorry to put you through that. It's alright. Thanks to you, she now has 2 very powerful allies. Right now, she's convinced that what happened is somehow her fault. She thinks something she did is what resulted in my injury. What I feared most was her trying to distance herself from others because of it, but it seems I needn't worry about that now. Since you picked on her, I doubt Koharu and Nanami will leave her be now, and that's what you aim to make happen, correct? Kakeru, did you really think that far ahead? Like, he's like, are you sure that you are not, like... Well, if I'm gonna do something, I'd like for it to have as many positive outcomes as possible. And he does shit like that, and then you're like, oh. You still piss me off, though. I still don't know how I feel about you. Like, I still don't know. Though I never expected something like this to happen. Shikori, go get us some snacks. Huh? Hey! Since when have I become a slave for you to order around? Okay, we're going. We'll get right on that. So just go wait in your room, okay? And so the 3 of us went back to our room. The hours passed as I tried to calm down Koharu and Nanami, who were more upset than I was, for some unfathomable reason. Here you go. Tonight's fresh-baked snacks are Ohagi sweet rice balls, courtesy of Akito. So eat up and stop being mad at us, please. You don't bake sweet rice balls. Oh, right. Please enjoy the freshly made treats, your ladyships. Oh, Heishi. You both do realize I am fine, right? Are you sure you should not meet back up with Kakeru and Heishi? Nope, utterly unnecessary. I don't really want to see Yuiga's face right now, either! That noise is someone is eavesdropping on us again. The boys. It was super mean of him to treat you like a bad guy when you were the one who went through all that scary stuff. And I'm annoyed at everyone else for not trying to stop him, including myself. We should have just gotten up and left! I'm so sorry about what happened. Why are you apologizing to me? I am perfectly fine. I was completely unperturbed by all of that. I don't see Nijo anywhere around. Where did he go? Good. I'm glad to know that Koharu and Nanami are standing up for you now. That makes me feel much better. Yes, me too. Wait! Never mind that. I would appreciate it if you would not say such strange things in front of everyone like you did. Strange things? I don't recall saying any strange things. Everything I said during that meeting was the simple truth. Stop feigning innocence! You know exactly what I mean. That power of love nonsense! What if they believed you? Look at his face. He's like, so precious. You are never to say anything like that ever again, understood? And if I refuse? Why is he getting so angry? I am not the one in the wrong here. Love is too strong a term for simple childhood friend. A simple childhood friend. You both heard what Sakuya's power is. It is not anything he can use to protect himself. He should not be anywhere near me. It is too dangerous. The same goes for the two of you. It is much too dangerous for anyone to be around me. There is no telling when the traitor will attack. It's not a big deal. I'll do my best to be careful too. Girls. Ah, the blossoming flower of friendship between pretty ladies. How nice. Oh, this is where we're getting the dream sequence, isn't it, motherfuckers? We're not going to get that until the next part, because, well, maybe we'll get some of it. Mr. Itsuki! But I wouldn't keep making that face if I were you. It ruins your adorable looks. Oh, wait, are you mad at me, too? I thought I did a pretty good job of trying to defend you back there, you know. He did have a point. Bringing up that power of love nonsense did ease the tension somewhat. But that particular phrasing had brought about an entirely new problem of its own. I don't want to deal with any boys right now. Really, personally, I think there's nothing better than being with girls all day long. By the way, Miss, why aren't you with Saku? I thought you two were all buddy-buddy again now. But buddy-buddy? That is none of your business, thank you very much. Right now I'm spending time with Nanami and Koharu, so butt out! She's blushing again. She's adorable when she blushes, I love it. Huh. So you're still putting up that attitude even now, eh? Come on. There's no reason you have to be so guarded. What's wrong with having a little fun together? I even brought a little game with me. I have a bad feeling about this. What on earth are you plotting, Itsuki? Jeez. It's only... Every single time Amitakuji comes up, I'm always like, it's a... Wait, what? And I have to pause and read it. Wow. Jeez, it's only a little Amitakuji ghost-like puzzle. It's not the thing... It's just the thing to brighten up the dour atmosphere around here, don't you think? Also, if you don't pick a branch, I'll pick one for you. I have no idea what you were up to, but I will not let someone else make decisions for me. Hand that over. Great, thanks so much. And the results are... I see. I'm really curious as to what the game actually, aside from he's just like, doesn't matter, I'm still slapping you into the fairy tale world, whatever you pick. So what are they? Ah, you don't want me to spoil it right now, do you? What? So you do not intend to tell us? Oh, right. This is Kagami. He kills time by toying with others. We should never have agreed to this in the first place. I see. So you did not intend to tell us the results from the very beginning. Huh! What an aggravating man. Come on, girls. Right. Pardon us, Mr. Itsuki. We'll be going now. Okay, see you later. Oh, and I'll give you the results. Perhaps tonight, I think. System message. The upcoming portion of the dream scene will be nearly identical as the scene that you viewed in the story in a previous playthrough. Skip it. So basically what it skips is the explanation. So Koharu explaining Cinderella and explaining Snow White and explaining Little Red Riding Hood and all that shit. So that's all we miss, except for the meow. Meow, meow, meow. Which is the only part of that that's actually really fun every time is Itsuki is a fucking cat, but anyway. So this is the world of Cinderella. I did not particularly mind having to visit the world of the storybook character Cinderella, but so far it was just a big, dank forest. And these are awfully frilly clothes for someone who's expected to go to a combat tournament. I thought you would run away, but here you are lurking nearby. Have you come to laugh at me again? Nah, and there's something that I wanted to talk with you about, miss. Alone. Why don't you just drop the haughty act and let your true feelings out? Saku cares for you a whole lot, you know. And you love him back, don't you? And the fact that you got as mad as you did over what Kakeru was saying means that he's special to you, right? Otherwise, why say anything? No, you're wrong. Sequoia is my childhood friend, nothing more. He isn't special to me in any way. Your childhood friend would be special to you in some way. Like, holy shit, girl, denial. Anyway, we know, but a stubborn girl. Seriously. Do all you kids from prestigious noble families get that overinflated sense of pride drilled into them or something? That is none of your business. Aw, and here I am just trying to be a good little kitty and help you. Be quiet and go away. But here you won't get your precious way. No matter what, I'll make you admit the truth. What just happened? Oh, he is the prince. Spacey, what's wrong? You were staring off into the distance for a moment. Sequoia? So I'm just curious, how, when we go down Itsuki's path, is this going to be, he's like, oh, you have to find the person that's precious to you, and our cat is a cat is precious to us? Who's he going to be? Because in Cinderella's story, there's like the evil stepmother, there's like her animal friends, and the fairy godmother, and like the prince. I mean, I understand the Snow White thing. We have the dwarves, which was Senri. You have the poisoned apple, which is Kakeru, because he's like kind of like poisonous. He definitely is. He definitely fits that. And then you have Masamune, who's the prince. Okay. Little Red Riding Hood, you have like Kino, who's the wolf. Oh god, I just remembered that, and he's so precious. You're gonna have. Well, wait, who else? Ron. Who the fuck would Ron be in her thing? Oh, is he the huntsman? That would make sense. Right? And then what was Heishi? We went down Heishi's route. Who the fuck was Heishi? Why can't I remember that? Or was he like the hunter? I don't remember. I can't remember who he was in that, but anyway. All of a sudden, I was in a bright white world, and there was no sign of the dreadfully dank forest from a moment ago. Not even a single tree. Why am I here? Sequoia, where are we? What is this place? Where are you? That should be obvious, I think. You're in my arms. What? Oh, are we? Oh! Well! Already. Precious. What kind of posture is this? You would let your mind wander again. Well, that just won't do. I want you to look only at me. Think only of me, and no one else. What? That sounds disturbingly like a thing that Itsuki would say. Snap out of it, Sequoia! Sequoia tightened his arms around me. I could not help but suck in a surprised breath. No, those beautiful lips of yours should never utter any man's name but mine. This is wrong. You're not Sequoia. The real Sequoia remembers our promise. He is still determined to keep it. Stop. Just stop. And don't bring that promise even into our dreams. Here, the prince and princess live happily ever after. I'm the prince. You are the princess. The only promise here is our eternal happiness. See, it's like he knows. It's like, because they all think they're in a dream, right? So he's like, no. Shh. Don't bring that shit into our dream. And just like, but this is actually happening. But Sequoia, stop. My happiness is you, of course. It could never be anything else. I won't let another man lay hands on you ever again. Your voice, your body, your heart, all of you is mine. Please, Sequoia, stop. Do not say another word. Why? Do you truly hate me that much? You're not a prince, and I am not a princess. We are ourselves. And there is no way we'll ever be happy together. You truly are a cruel, cold-hearted person. Even in my dreams, you won't do as I wish. I think I may just have to seal those cruel, cruel lips of yours. Well, force kissing! Force kiss. I mean, Sequoia. If you weren't a precious angel baby, I'd be like, whoa. But it's like, oh well, you know. I'll give you a pass because you're a precious angel baby, but I felt his breath brush across my lips. As faintly as a flower calls out to a butterfly, I heard him say my name. Spacey. No, don't say my name like that. Someday, I'm going to protect the girl I love the most. I'll protect her, even though it kills me. Oh. That's why we made it like, don't fall in love, but you were always going to be the girl he loved. Oh. Oh. Did we wake up already? Oh. Spacey. Wait. Don't go. Spacey. One of my shoes came off as I ran, but I did not turn back to get it. Fucking course. I ran and ran without so much as a single glance backwards. Pant, huff, huff, wheeze. What was that man who called himself a... Was that man who called himself a prince really Sakuya? Everything about him looked and sounded exactly like him, but the words he said had held a passion I had never heard from Sakuya before. And if that was not the real Sakuya, is that the person I wish he was? Am I in love with him? I'll tell you, but only you. And this is the future that I saw for myself. No. No! No! That was better. Oh, look. There's a birdie sleeping there. Why is it on the ground? Is it tired? Oh, this is kid voice. Okay, wait. Birdies do not sleep on the ground. It must be hurt. And this was the past. I remembered the days when Sakuya and I used to play innocently together. It's so teeny and cute. Here, Sakuya, you feed it too. Ew, I don't wanna. Are you sure giving it that gross thing to eat will make it better? These things are a feast for birdies. See, it is happily eating it all up. The doctor said it would. He says if it can eat a whole bunch of yummy food, it will get better really fast, and then it will fly away. It'll fly away? It still wants to go outside even though it got hurt? That sounds like you. Well, that is because there are lots and lots of fun things to do outside. Who cares about a boo-boo or two? You get better soon too, okay? And then we will go out and play together. I will make sure to keep you safe with my barriers. Okay. When he was little, Sakuya's health was so frail he was hardly ever even allowed outside of his own room. I was not supposed to go and see him either, but I still did, sneaking in when the grown-ups were unaware. Whenever I came, Sakuya's whole face would light up with a beautiful smile, and that made me happy because I felt needed. But as time passed, our relationship slowly began to change, little by little. It began when the bird we were taking care of died. The always quiet and gentle Sakuya cried and wailed like a banshee. Oh, poor birdie. See, it went outside again. That's why it died. Sakuya, you have to calm down. Please stay here. Don't ever go anywhere. Stay inside here with me. Spacey. Lord Sakuya, you mustn't shout like that. It is deleterious to your health? What the fuck? Okay, anyway. I mean, detrimental to your health. It is deleterious to your health? I've never heard that before. There are words in here that I'm like, are you sure these are real words? Anyway. My lady goddess, you are in here again? If your lord father finds out, he'll be quite put out with you. Wait, no! Sakuya's... someone bring Lord Sakuya a sedative. My lady, I'm afraid you must never come in here again. What? But why? Sakuya and I are best friends. Today something's happened, but usually everything is okay. No, my lady. Today is just like every other time you have come. Lord Sakuya always cries most pitifully when you leave. What? I know it is not my place as a mere servant to say such things to a living goddess such as your ladyship, but I am faithful to Lord Sakuya. Thus I must humbly beg you to pay my request heed, for Lord Sakuya's sake, if nothing else. Sakuya cries because of me? I was not making him happy? Aww. Say, Spacey, why did you stop coming to see me? I was busy with my duties. Oh, right. Your barriers. I want to go along with you sometime. You cannot. It is not all fun and games. But I got special powers just like you did. I figured they were a little bit older at this point, but I'm guessing not. But whatever. We are where we are. At first, I thought it was just a white lie. But then, to prove that he really could see the future, Sakuya told me things. Relatives' deaths, coming storms. Everything he said was completely accurate. See, it was just like I told you. Yes, that is amazing. I am sure your father will be most happy. Now the both of us can protect our country together. Me? And protect the country? Yes, grandfather said that is the most honorable thing a person can do. I'm not going to do that. The only one I'm going to protect is the girl I love. What? I'll tell you, but only you. This is the future that I saw for myself. Someday, I'm going to protect the girl I love the most. I'll protect her even though it kills me. You're going to die? It was the first future I saw, so I didn't really understand it. But I know the girl is someone that was very important to me. I wonder if he doesn't, when he saw the future, he was like, I'm going to protect the girl I love the most. Didn't know at the time it was us. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, never mind. He absolutely knew then, right here. I knew who it had to be right away. And there was only one person so important to me that I would protect her with my life. That's... Oh! Hi! Look at you, handsome devil. I mean, the cat form is fun, but this is better. Anyway. Dying protecting the girl he loves. That's Saku's future. Is that why you've been so cold to him all the time? So he wouldn't... No. Couldn't fall in love with you. Sakuya, what are you doing here? Or are you another fake? Oh, that... Oh, I... Wait. So, Itsuki looks like Sakuya? Okay. Well, I'm gonna read it like Itsuki because it says Itsuki. So, I look like Sako to you right now. This must be your most convenient dream world. Relax. We're still inside your dreams. I'm only a figment of your imagination. I'm not the real Saku. You don't have to worry. Spacey, this is not Sakuya. This is just a dream. I love you. I really, truly love you. I know. Please stay here. Do not ever go away and leave me behind. Oh, then poor Sakuya's like, the fuck, what? Oh, harsh. This is harsh. Although, I mean, look at Itsuki. I swore to myself I would never love him. So why is it that I cannot stop these feelings from welling up inside of me? But here's the thing. Does Sakuya know that she was, like, saying that to him? Or is he like, I love Itsuki? Like, damn. Anyway, this is the perfect place to end it. So, I'm going to stop here, and we'll continue in the next part. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.